Hey there, fellow wood shavers. Brian with the Wood Shave Experience. Thank you for tuning into today's video. In today's video, we will feature a soap that I haven't had on the channel, and this is from Faith and Integrity. It's called Into the Sea. I will be using the matching splash with that. I will be using the Rockwell 6S on the R3 plate. I have the PAA Starcraft brush, and I am all ready to go here in my bowl. And so what I thought I would do in today's video is actually just lather on camera, so this may be a little bit longer. So those of you who want to skip this, you can fast forward, whatever. I wanted to do that because it's a brand new first time this company has made a soap. And if you saw my unboxing of this, you'll note that the soap kind of, I'm gonna say, shifted in transit and then probably reformed. I did get an email from Frank, the owner of Faith and Integrity, saying that, that probably happened in shipping, maybe it got too hot. To be honest, I've had stuff shipped to me in summer when it's warm, and I've never seen anything quite like this. So I don't know if it has something to do with the ingredients in the soap. It is a tallow-based soap, and it does have some coconut oil. It's got beef tallow, shea butter, avocado oil, coconut milk, goat's milk, yogurt, mango butter, buttermilk, among some of the other ingredients. So I don't know if, I'm not a soap expert or a soap maker, so I don't know if any of those ingredients kind of have led to the soap to sort of, become, I want to say it had to have liquefied to some degree to shift like that in the tub and then sort of reharden. But it is hard. It did reharden, it's hard. So I scooped from right here, and once I did, it is rather soft. Not overly soft, but it's soft enough to spread in the bowl. And so I'm just gonna get started and lather how I typically lather. So I just dipped my brush and kind of wringed it out. So I usually, when I bowl lather, I start on the drier side, especially if I am not familiar with the base or I haven't used the base in a while, or I've never used it before. So I start out a little bit drier, and then I just add water as I go until I get to what I want. So, so we'll see how this lathers up. So thanks for tuning in today, folks. If you're new on the channel, I appreciate your subscription. If this is the first time you're watching this, I'd like you to consider subscribing. I'd much appreciate it. And if you like the video at all, I challenge you to hit that like button. I know it can be done because I've done it to other videos when I watch other YouTubers. All right, so here's where we're starting. And so I just ring it around or swirl it around. Try not to hit the brush on the bowl, but sometimes I do. So I got, in my unboxing, I got turned on to this company by actually one of my viewers who have gotten to know a lot better, Adam. He offered to send me some pomade sample or some hair product samples, which, so there we go. So I'm gonna have, so what I do is I kind of dip my hand and then just dribble some in my sink and then just dribble some water in there. So you can see some water moving around in there. It's a little hard with the camera angle to completely see what's going on, but anyways, I think I had mentioned a hair product in one of my videos, and he made a comment that, hey, if you ever want to try any hair products, let me know. So long story short, we've gone back and forth, got to know each other quite a bit better, and he sent me, I don't like the shiny stuff, so a lot of the pomades are shiny, so he sent me some hair clay stuff. One of the samples was from this company. He knows the owner, Adam knows Frank, and I think mentioned to him that I have a YouTube channel, and so he hooked us up. So I'm just dribbling water in a little bit at a time. I probably could, if I knew the soap base better, I could probably, put more water in at once and make this a faster process, but I want to give it its, test this out here. So we're getting a little bit more lather. So anyways, I got hooked up with Frank, the owner, and so they've been in the pomade business for a few years now, and Adam actually got him into wet shaving, and so that's kind of how the soap idea got born. And so he came out with 2 different soaps and splashes. This is obviously one of the 2. The other one, I think it was called Awake, Oh Sleepy or something like that. But just based on the scent notes, I thought this would be good. So he sent this to me for free and to use on my channel. And I accepted that as long as he was agreeable that I was completely honest on my channel, which he was. So this arrived probably almost a couple of weeks ago, but I was kind of saving it for the unboxing, and then I had other things going on. So apologize, Frank, this is the first time I've had a chance to really get to it. So it is lathering up in here. The volume on the lather is increasing. So it seems to be lathering up okay. So this was the first shave soap he made. I think he said it took him like 4 or 5 months to come up with this, which honestly to me seems like a kind of a short time. But again, I'm no soap maker or artisan, so I don't really know typically how long it takes somebody to come up with a soap base. But we're definitely getting more volume there, so we're getting there. So let's talk about the scent on this. So this scent, as you might imagine from the name, again, it's called Into the Sea. So scent notes: sea salt, moss, rain, bergamot, algae, grapefruit, lily, and cucumber. So I was expecting, based on all that, to be somewhat aquatic, and it is. I would say scent strength on this is 4 or 5 on the soap. So I'm gonna just add, I just add a little bit more water at a time. It probably takes, like I said, longer to do it this way, but I wanted to put it through its paces. So I don't typically, so those of you that are new on the channel, I usually typically don't lather on camera, just because I figure that that's probably not necessarily the best use of my YouTube time or your time, but I could be wrong. I have done it before, but I don't usually do it. So we're building quite a volume, and so this is what the soap is looking like so far. Doesn't quite have that sheen yet though, so I'm gonna add some more water. So I don't know what their plans are on the soap. I know I saw on the website that the other scent on this is, the soap is sold out. So I didn't reach out to Frank and see if they're planning on continuing it. I did get a sample of their hair clay, which I actually liked quite a bit. All right, so I'm gonna call that, probably that's our volume in there. That's what we got. So I'm gonna call this good, I think. And so I went with the 6S just because with a new soap, new base that I've never tried before, I wanted to try a razor that I'm super familiar with. It does have a Bic Chrome Platinum blade in it, which is a somewhat newer blade for me, but I think this is the 3rd use on this blade. So I am familiar enough with the blade. And so, because I really wanted to evaluate kind of like the slickness and the how well the soap provided some protection, slickness, etc. So let me wet the face and we'll get started. So if you fast forwarded it through the bowl lathering part, which I may have done if I were you, welcome to the shaving part. We are already at 9 long minutes, so I'll try to make the shaving part a little quicker. So here we go. This is what we got. It's a nice scent. I get a little, I think for me personally, from a scent note, I get a little bit more of, and I'm guessing it's from the lily, of a floral note in the background. You know, I'm looking at the scent notes here. I don't get a lot of grapefruit or cucumber. Or maybe it is, maybe it's the lily and the cucumber. I don't know. Cucumber. I really like cucumber as a scent note. But I don't really get any of the grapefruit, the moss, rain, bergamot, algae. It does smell aquatic, but like I said, it does have a little floraliness to it, in my opinion. I'm not the best on scents and scent notes, so take that with a grain of salt. It is a nice scent. All right, here we go. So obviously with the name, Faith and Integrity, and then he's got a Bible Mark 11:23, which I haven't looked up actually, chapter and verse on there. So this is obviously somewhat of a faith-based company. Seems to be shaving fine, slick enough. There's no drag with the razor. It's got enough cushion. So this is just my first impressions, first use, so I haven't shaved with this multiple times. See who that is. Hi, sweetheart. You want to come in here? Okay, come on in.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, why don't you go in your bathroom and come back, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, my daughter's up. For those of you that are newer to the channel, she is 6. Occasionally they pop in. I shave in the mornings before I go to work, typically. And I usually don't shave on the weekends. Although sometimes I do, if I do a family shave, but sometimes they get up earlier than usual. And so sometimes they make appearances. So you never know who's gonna show up. All right, so this is with the grain for me. I have hairs that grow this way and then that way, or yeah, they grow with the grain differently on the bottom and the top of my neck, I guess is what I'm trying to point out. All right, so first pass, fine, successful. So whatever happened to the soap in the tub doesn't really seem to be affecting the lather that I got. This is my spray bottle. I will link things in my description, and so if anything that I am using is of interest to you, you can usually find the links there. I typically buy all of my stuff that I use. This is obviously an exception. I did get this for free to try out. But it's a pretty good lather, I think, at the end of the day. I'm wondering if, and this is just me wondering it loud, because I don't know anything about soap making, but I'm wondering if like the yogurt, buttermilk, some of those things may have led to instability in the soap base when it got too warm. Because I don't typically see that I can recall those ingredients listed in a lot of soaps. You know, I mean, I see the goat's milk and you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, the avocado oil, the goat's milk, coconut, mango butter I've seen, but I don't recall seeing a lot of yogurt or buttermilk. And this has coconut milk as well as coconut oil. So I don't know, I'm not really sure. All right, across the grain here. I have the window open. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds out there, but they're going nuts this morning. It's supposed to be 106 here in Eugene this weekend, which is ridiculously hot, especially for here. I grew up in Southern California, and I'm used to some heat, and I've been in 106-degree weather. And it's gotten hot here, but man, we'll see if it actually hits that, but I don't recall getting that hot here before. All right. So for me on my neck on the top part, on my second pass, this kind of seems somewhat against the grain instead of across the grain. But I have hairs on my neck that grow in odd directions. Let me get that soap off my nose. So I can't, I mean, I'm certainly not going to sit here on one use and claim this is the best soap or base I've ever used. But I've got no complaints with it, I'll tell you that. It's allowing me to perform my shave just fine, which is what you're looking for. I can't find necessarily, other than the way the soap is in the tub. I mean, shifting in transit because of heat, I guess possibility, but like I said, I haven't seen that before. And just visually when I opened it, it was, I'll be honest, it was a little off-putting. My first thought was there's something defective about this soap. Obviously now in using it, I don't find anything defective. The only thing I worry about is, I scooped from here, as I said, but you've got stuff up here that looks a little different. So I just wonder if when it recongealed, if there wasn't any separation in some of the ingredients or not. Hard to say. Again, I'm no expert on that kind of stuff. But that's my only kind of wonderings on that. I mean, because I think it would give you pause. So if I could say anything at this point, it would be that maybe there's some more work that needs to be done on the soap stability in heat, or some tweaking of some of the ingredients to maybe prevent that. I don't know. Like I said, I've received several soaps, both vegan and tallow-based, in the mail in the summertime, and I've never quite seen anything do that before. But yeah, but like I said, it's plenty slick. I'm definitely, in fact, it's really slick. Scent is very, well, this is all very subjective, right? But scent is certainly subjective. And so for me, the scent is nice. I don't know that I could say I love it. But there's certainly nothing off-putting about it. It's pleasant. I think for me, what what I get out of it, like I said, is that a little bit of floralness. And again, it must be from the lily. That's just a little too florally for me. All right, I'm gonna rinse the face. Missed a spot on my nose area. It's always the hardest part for me, I don't know about you, is around the nostril area. Okay, let's get to the post here. On this splash, it is a alcohol-based splash. It's got alcohol, witch hazel, aloe vera, fragrance, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, sodium lactate, vitamin B5, and vitamin E. So it does seem to have some healthy skin ingredients in it. Some nice skin food on that list. Right. Didn't sting at all when I put it on, really. So it means I must have gotten a nice shave and there's not too much alcohol in here. I get a little more scent strength off the splash. I'm gonna put it at a good medium, somewhere around a 5-ish on scent strength. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more of the grapefruit in the splash. So we'll see how that settles out on the dry down today. But there you have it, folks. So Faith and Integrity, I'll put their link in my description if you're interested in checking them out. Like I said, they've been in the hair product business for a while, so if you're looking for some new hair products, I got a sample of their hair clay from Adam. Worked really well for me. And you know, the soap, we'll see how that goes for them. I found the soap lathered up really well. I got a high volume of lather out of it. I scooped what I typically scoop in the bowl, and I felt like the volume of lather that I got was good. It provided plenty of slickness and enough cushion for me to perform my shave. I didn't really have any burn when I put in the alcohol splash, so I know I didn't really get any nicks or cuts during my shave. So it allowed me to perform my shave just fine. The scent for me was not a home run, but it was also not a miss. I think it's pleasant. It is an aquatic, but again, it's a little florally for me. So there you have it, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon. And we'll see you soon on the channel. Thanks for tuning in.